Yep. No, I was having some issues getting back here and unmuting myself.
Okay.
All
I'm good.
right, then let's get into this, as I have a short window here, and let's see what happens. So, last we left off the group, you guys had been stopped by a bunch of patrol guards, or rather, they kept the road to the city of Bylar safe, and they demanded a toll. While you were arguing over whether to pay it or not, or to beat their faces into the ground, a giant roar resounded in the area as this colossal lion leapt out, trying and killing one of the members and starting to devour some of the corpses. Its large roar paralyzed all but Theltzy, as right now it is looking between chasing the group of men or going after you. Currently, Theltzy, you're the only one that can react. Everybody on the wagon is paralyzed in fear.
I was gonna go run to the wagon and try and unshock the guards so that way we can get this caravan back on the road.
Alright, so the only one still able to move, you start running, and unfortunately, the lion sees your movement and comes a little closer. Almost like stalking you. It sees that you move towards the caravan, and it gets a little closer. These guys get a little farther away. As the paralyzation goes away, however, you notice it turn and roar at the men running. And 3 of them stop in place, while the other 3 get away. Now, bides its time looking at you as you all become unparalyzed from the roar. Please roll me initiative. You just need to make sure that you select your character token when you roll the initiative. But we can do it like this. See, now you can just enter your value directly. We're just missing Tic Tacs.
Yeah, I rolled it and I just...
Did not select token.
Yeah, I know, I don't know how to do that yet.
You just literally click and select it, and then roll.
That's not my initiative.
Oh, just 4.
If you want to give her that.
This, Theltzy, you basically ran out of the guards, snapping them out of it as they all seem to, like, may come away from this paralyzation. The lion kind of keeping the others that are running in place. It stares you down. Saflin, you're up.
I'm not gonna move. I'll prepare myself in case it charges me, but yeah, I'm just gonna be like, anyone have ideas?
The lion seems to be staring at you very intently. Noticing its other prey have stopped for a moment, it focuses on the one that is still moving. It creeps just a little bit closer, almost as if it's trying to gauge you. And it waits. Alavar. So you're gonna cast light on a cantrip and then... Oh, you're not gonna throw it this turn, you're gonna wait? Well, this seems a simple enough combination right now. I will allow it for right now. So you still need to roll it to hit, because that determines how accurate your throw is. Nice. So with pulling out a javelin, Olivor lights it up with a cantrip and then hurls it over. The lion kind of glances at it as if it's a very intent thing, and then stops for a moment as it realizes the light is over near it. It's just a light. Then turns and looks at you specifically. Hear a low growl. Elsie.
Is that pile of corpses on the top left? Like,
Yes.
there?
Imagine a large pileup of dire wolves and goblins all kind of rounded up onto a big pile. That's what the group of patrolmen, or bandits, if you want to call them that, had stacked up those that they had killed along.
Gotcha. I, in an attempt to distract the lion, just throw off an Eldritch Blast in the direction of the giant pile of corpses.
Again, by the way, I'm making it like a DC 10 check for these distractions. It looks over towards the blast, notices a little kaboom, and now he's looking at both of you. As he kind of like snaps out of it, looks at both of you. You hear a low guttural growl as it yet again steps closer. These guys are paralyzed as they're like, oh shit, and then thung, a javelin with a light cantrip attached to it goes right next to them. Cran.
So, Kran is going to make herself look as tall as possible. She's a little farther away, but she is going to actually use the spell Speak with Animals. Tall and fearsome fellow.
So do remember that this is a gargantuan creature. It is huge. It is more than 25 feet tall. And as you speak, what do you say?
Tall and fearsome fellow. We are not here to harm you or the forest. If you come, we will attack you. But you have, if you want to have food, the people that were attacking first were good food because they were harming the forest and its habitant. That's pretty much it.
Lion looks at you. Please roll me a persuasion.
Crap, need to roll.
I mean, I could consider this animal handling,
know.
but this is more of a persuasion because you're basically trying to persuade it.
Crap.
Not worse. Not bad at all.
Oh.
You guys see this as the lion, ever so crouching, finally moves. You see it literally leap off the ground, land right next to Cran, crushing the tree and knocking it to the side. And what Cran hears back is, the food speaks. It's tasty. Safflin.
Okay. She's gonna do something. She's gonna go up to it and stab it.
You gonna stab it? Alright. Please roll a hit. You stab and like the fur doesn't even feel it. You feel that you kind of clink off it. It doesn't even notice that you stabbed it.
Oh no! I'm gonna yell at it too. Like, hey, don't pay attention to her. Pay attention to me. And I will.
You finally
back
hear
away.
it now as the people on this are now screaming and making a ruckus, not able to handle it. You hear the two children scream out as, "Oh my god, it's a giant lion!" The guards are like, "Shh, Oh my god! As the paralysis finally releases off them, the cloaked figure and the monk just a little calmer than the rest, but are still like, oh shit.
And I will run backwards a little bit with my fancy footwork.
Yeah. Well, you notice it didn't even pay attention to you. The lion will first take its paw and give me a strength saving throw.
Okay. Character sheet. Strength saving throw. Do I click directly on strength? Oh. Oh.
You watch with the swipe of its paw, it knocks you over, and then it immediately picks you up with its mouth. Not crushing you yet, but you're right here. Oh, I gotta put you on the front.
I'm like inside the mouth almost.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not yet crunched, but it's currently holding you in its mouth. Tasty. Alivor. You now notice at this moment the wagon guy is like trying to motion the horses, snap the horses out of the paralysis, and get them to run forward. You swing, and yet again, as it hits the fur, it doesn't seem to do any damage. It kind of almost, you hit, but the fur is strong. Your arm kind of shakes as it feels like you hit a metal wall. And then it finally notices you as it turns around with Cran in its mouth. And it's gonna give you a claw as a reaction. Oh, shite. Yeah, are you still alive? Good. From now, okay, this is important though. Perfect! You have the least dangerous critical injury that I created for this guy. You are now considered heavy bleeding. Until you receive healing, you will take 1d4 bleeding every turn. Is that all you wish to do for your turn? Alivor, is that all you wish to do? Like, did you have bonus actions or movement?
Nah, there's like, no, there's nothing I can do.
Swam?
Swam! Can't hear you.
Oh, I have to speak with two push to talk. That's annoying. No, sorry, there's.
Oh, the
Okay.
same one.
Yeah, I forgot.
Let's
to
see.
my-
You see Alivor just get hit by this claw. You could swear that if it wasn't for his endurance, he would be dead on the spot. Just, he's a bloody mess right now.
Alright. I'm going to cast Mirror Image.
Okay. And then would you like, as just a nice little bonus action, to make your images run around?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me where you wish to put the 3. Like, I'm not going to ask you to make 3
okay.
tokens. I'm just going to say, do you have them run in different directions?
Yeah, I was gonna have one run basically, assuming the top of the page is north. I was gonna have run south, and then another one run east towards the 3 guys who are still left.
Okay. So, you notice that with Cran in its mouth, you said the ones that went north? It will take Cran in its mouth and jump, smashing them. It just jumps on them. They get pounced. Just, and those 2 are gone. You still have 1 duplicate left, I believe.
Yep.
And that's the one that went where? Just want to remember.
That's the run that went south behind the wagon.
Went south. Okay. Is that all you wish to do?
I wish to. I'm also gonna move. Over to the side of the wagon.
Mm-hmm. With this, these guys run to the edge, trying to get away. Cran, you're in a giant lion's mouth.
She's in the mouth, but she can move her ends, right?
You were considered grappled. Well, technically, you were considered in lion mouth.
Yeah. What can I do with my hands? I will ask you this.
There's a tongue. There's teeth.
Yeah, but
Try jumping
I
out.
can move. I can move at least a little.
Yeah.
I'm going to use ice knife on. I don't know how to call that. The gargoyle, the little thing.
The dangly bit in the back of the throat.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you do need to roll a hit, and its
try
AC is
to-
not determined by its tough fur, so please roll a hit. No. Roll to hit.
Oh,
that was the
it's-
spell card.
Yeah, but I'll do. I roll to it.
Hold on.
That's when you go back usually to the other side of the character sheet.
Go to your attacks on the core side. There should be. It's not here. Was this an imported spell?
Yeah, it was one that I made by Anne. That's why it's.
Okay, so hold on.
So
Just give
it's-
me a moment. Ice knife. There. It says it needs to attack. It's 1d10. Okay.
The goal is to make it vomit.
And you're not level 5 yet, so do. Now roll it. Yep, so you got it here. Ice knife.
Okay.
It's under your attacks.
Yay!
Nice. I don't know if there's any other pluses, but for right
Yeah,
now,
it's 2d6 of cold damage.
I said 1d10 in the thing. Hold on.
Uh,
On hit, the target takes 1d10. Hit or miss, the shard explodes.
Yep.
And they must make a dex saving throw. Well, it can't make a dex saving throw in its mouth, so roll 2d6. There you go. Fire, and it hits the little dangly thing in the back as it lets you go, and you kind of fly like up in the air. Thump. You're gonna take 6 points of bludgeoning as you fall out of its mouth as it tries to roar again. Saflin, you're up. As this is the top of the round, you'll notice that they are finally ready. They've snapped the horses out. They're about to run off.
Running would be nice. I will hop on. Yeah, I'll hop on and ready to throw a dagger at it in case it tries to attack us.
All right, now the big check. Okay, you guys are lucky this time. There's more of them running than you. It dashes after them as it immediately goes to one. Angry that it was attacked, it shreds that guy. Shreds him so hard I can't even click on his X thing. There we go. And he devours it. Alivor. Yep, you take 4 points of, consider it piercing damage, because it's basically bleeding. You keep bleeding until you take any sort of healing.
I'm gonna get in the cart, and as soon as I get in the cart, I'm like fell on the ground, and Alobar is really in a terrible
You're gonna
shape
like,
right now.
you're like, make way.
Yeah, like he's in terrible shape. He's bleeding a lot, and he doesn't look good at all.
The monk will come up to you and be like, hey, you okay?
dying. Can you help me fix?
Yeah,
Whatever.
hold still. You see his hands glow a little bit as he channels some ki into your body and mends some of the wounds on you. You currently will heal 15 points. Elsie.
Thank you.
Seeing that the giant lion is distracted, get in the cart.
Okay. These two run off. Seem to be able to get away from the lion. As the lion finishes ripping up the one it's got, it turns and looks at you guys. Cran.
I'm actually going to aim toward the cart because, well, that's where everybody is right now. So
Yep, you'll just barely be able to get there.
yeah, like this. And
As you get to the cart, you guys, as you see the guy run forward with the cart. The cart starts moving off, and the growl still follows.
I have a
So
question.
now-
My only action was to get in the cart. Is that
Oh.
taking my whole action?
At the moment, no.
And maybe I would need some explanation with the pass without trace spell.
Okay,
Just
it
to
knows you
know.
exist. That
Okay,
stealth is no
so-
longer an option.
Okay, so that's good. Can I entangle it?
You could.
But it's
If-
super big and
Whoa.
probably way too.
No. Here we go. That's its strength save.
Okay, forget it.
I mean, it can fail. Look, 13 still fails.
I think it needs
Anyway,
14 to...
So, to get this idea, you guys shoot off on the wagon as the lion starts chasing. Let's move these guys as I give you the idea of what's going on. Now we turn to a vertical way. It's now trying to chase after. Almost, it's kind of like taking its time. You know how fast it is, but it's like enjoying
Stalking a
the
prey.
hunt right now. Saflin, you're up.
Well. I guess my best bet I can do is get to the back and. I mean, it's kind of close enough to throw a dagger at it and try to hit it in its mouth. Is its mouth open enough that I think I can throw a dagger in it? Let's just be honest.
It's kind of hard for you to see where its mouth is. There's so much blood right now. You can't tell if its mouth is open or not. There's just blood.
All right. A short bow and a prayer. That's what I'll do instead.
Mm-hmm. You fire, and this is a very lucky shot. It kind of aims for the eye, hits it a bit, but you watch as it kind of blinks it away, but it seems to slow down as the bolt pierces near its eye. And
Won't take us
it
that easily.
roars. Everybody give me a charisma saving throw.
Rip.
So you see that as it roars, it was slowed down enough by the bolt that we go all the way around. Back to Saflin. Well, let's see, these two guys. Oh! Okay. So basically it roared and you all got stuck for a moment from the roar as it's now back to Saflin's turn. Oh no, Theltzy. It's Theltzy's. He actually succeeded. There we go. Theltzy, your turn.
I have good charisma.
Yes, you do.
Can I? What's the timeout right now? Is it dark?
It's afternoon.
Okay, so not dark.
It's not raining this time.
I want to cast Shatter near the lion.
So you want to move to the back and cast Shatter?
Yes.
Okay. move to where you're gonna go, and then you're gonna cast Shatter.
As a yep. Okay, level 2.
That's Shield of Faith.
Yep. There we go.
I was hoping for some other kind of abilities, but you watch as you cast Shatter, and his fur kind of vibrates a little bit as you see some of it almost crack. You hear a very a loud bang as the spell hits the lion, but it seems to just keep going. These two failed that round. Saflin, you feel the paralyzation still on you as it gets closer. Alivor, you are unparalyzed right now.
Okay.
Alright, you no longer have that bleeding condition.
Yeah. I'm just gonna move in front of Tilsey and it'll raise my shield up and cast Shield of Faith on me.
On you?
Yeah.
Alright. You glow as this divine power comes down, shielding you from your foes. Eltsy. It basically used its turn to get a much closer.
Oh, there. Oh, wow, that's a lot closer.
It's actually close enough for it to take a swipe. Because of how big it is. So what are you gonna do, Feltzy?
What is that? 10 feet away? Yep.
Actually, he's got range to hit the two people in front.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is cast. Wait a sec. Does this have the range for that? Alright, never mind. I'm just gonna go and lob an Eldritch Blast at it.
Alright?
I'm gonna move out of the way of Art Paladin, just in case I fumble.
Ooh, there we go. You fire, and again, you hit you hit the eye, and he kind of stumbles a little bit as his vision disappears. But you notice that after the blow has been done, it kind of it snaps out of the damage really quickly and proceeds to keep chasing. You get a little farther. Cran.
I'm in the front right now, so I'm going to get in the back. I'm coming, fellows! And she's going to stand on the side and cast guidance. Yeah, okay, I'll...
That's skill checks and not... Okay, so it's the non-combat version, but...
Yeah, I know. It's, I basically will... It's non-combat... It's non-combat?
Yeah. Bless is the combat version to saving throws, attacks to hits. Guidance
but
is the
what
skill
I mean
one.
is, if it throws, will it stop it? Well, is it possible to give a...
I believe
to
this doesn't
somebody?
help with saving throws.
Oh.
Yeah, only ability checks.
Oh, okay.
And they are different.
In that case, I'm going to give a good berry. Well, I'm going to go behind Oliver, and I'm going to give him good berries that I still have. Eat this, fellow. It will make you feel better. So I give you 3 berries.
Now we'll have to wait on my turn to eat them, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? Notice this guy runs forward. And you hear him call out, "In the name of the goddess Isha, get back, you foul beast!" And from his arms of this Goliath, you see 2 almost enormous tentacles fly out of his robes and kind of strike the lion in the face. Unfortunately, the blow misses as the lion dodges most of the tentacles, and is still kind of chasing after you. Saflin, we're now at this point. You've realized you only need a few more seconds to hold it off before you get away.
Well, shooting it with arrows is pretty much all she can do, and I think she'll do it one more time. Kind of.
Would you
Take a
like
deep
to
breath.
call your shot instead of trying to shoot?
Oh yes.
fur?
No, I would love to, but I was now it is close enough that I can probably tell the difference between eyes and mouths and such. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Yes, I will definitely try to shoot it in the eye, as that seems to be its most frustrating spot to get hit in.
Okay. Please roll a strike. Nope.
Eh.
Unfortunately, while you were aiming for it, just boom, it moves to the side a little bit, or the wind blows, or it just does not hit the eye. Again, it will do one final roar to try to stop everybody.
No.
Come on.
So that means it moves in closer, and it's going to take a swipe. At Cran. Ah. Cran, you take 13 as one of the paws, like, swipes over Alavar to hit you. I do need a strength save, though, to see if you get knocked.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you go flying backwards as the monk kind of rushes over here and grabs you, as you both kind of like tumble instead of flying out the wagon. He's like, I gotcha! Alavor, you're the only one that seems to be able to move.
Alright. Just checking something real quick. No, okay. Well. There's not much here to do except, let's, I'm gonna try, like, he's running right behind us right now, right?
Yep.
He-
Imagine that you're in a high-speed chase right now.
Okay, high speed chase. Okay, I'm gonna like drop my flail and my shield in behind me, and with my javelin, my glaive, I'm gonna attempt to like hit one of his paw and try to make it trip.
I'll tell you this: if you throw a small javelin, its thick leg
it's
will
my glaive.
fill a prick. It's gonna be a prick. It's remember how big this thing is.
No, I know I'm using the glaive, not the javelin. I'm not throwing it. I'm trying to slash at it or.
Yes,
Yep,
and I'm trying to give you the. I know it is.
Okay,
like that.
yeah.
I'm trying to give you the insight that it's so thick, it's like trying to chop down a redwood tree.
Okay, so but it. Okay. I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna try to hit him then with the flail and the shield, I guess. Oh my god.
You swing the flail, and as you hit the fur as you feel it kind of bounce off. Your hand trembles and shakes.
It's pretty much all I can do.
These guys, nope, they failed. Saflin, you snap out of the paralysis as you feel, the lion is starting to lose interest. More that you're like, as the wagon runs off, the land starts changing as it kind of turns more into a desolate wasteland.
But it's definitely still chasing us a little bit, so.
Yep, it's still like, I'll get you
All right,
before you
you're
get
a little
there.
bit closer, and I am going to aim a little bit better, and I will hit you, and you will regret trying to eat us.
With the called shot and the AC of where the eye is, you fire, and again, you hit its eye just as it tries to strike out one strike at you. Disadvantage. The teeth come down.
Oh, that still hits.
Ooh, okay. So you have the same condition Alvar has, as these teeth kind of into you, and you're gonna take 19 piercing, and you have the heavy bleeding condition. But at that moment, that attack, you were able to get away as you watch the wagon kind of fall over into what looks like almost a perfect divide of where the grassland and the light forest was, and now there's just desolate reddish brown sand. This whole area looks like it couldn't keep anything living. And as the lion gets close to that little ridge, it stops, kind of growls at you, and starts walking back.
Let's
I-
not go in that forest again.
Heavy bleeding.
I'm putting. I'm
On your
still-
turn, take 1d4. Oh man, you have only 4 health, don't you?
Which is
I roll it one time before they try to
Yep.
steal me. Yes.
With this, like, you watch as the blood dripping from you, you're like, I'm gonna die, ain't I? Does any of you immediately try to heal her?
Yeah, well, Kran
just
is
gonna-
going to force feed her with berries.
Okay.
I can eat it myself. Thank
You're like,
you.
I can
thank
eat it
you.
my and she just crams berry after berry in your throat. But you
Okay.
are alive.
How many?
Let's make it 3, you two.
3? Alright.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give the thumbs up since you're stuffing my mouth, and you're like, okay.
Actually, make that a 5.
and
You see the big Goliath come over to you and says, "Are you sure I can help with some of the healing if you wish?"
Oh no, actually, yeah, I'm really not fine. If you could please.
Indeed. I need you to not panic. As he reaches out with his
panic? I mean,
hand,
Why
the
would I
hand doesn't
panic?
even reach you, and instead a purplish silver tentacle comes winding out, wraps around your wound, and then you start feeling it pulsate.
Oh, that's why you said that. Okay.
You feel it kind of like, at first, you feel like some of the blood was drained, and then you feel it rejuvenizing you as you are now currently at full health. You see the tentacle kind of slither back into his robes. And there's like a few suction cup marks still on you. All better.
Yeah, definitely a first.
So you'll also notice too, as you take a moment to look outside this area, almost like between this spot of land and the mountain seems to be a desolate wasteland. There's no life here, no animals, everything has shriveled and died, and each of you do hear like echoes of something. Please give me an intelligence saving throw as you cross this part of the desert.
Why?
It's RNGesus doing his work. I need
Wait,
one more
intelligence-
person.
intelligence
Intelligence
save?
saving throw.
Oh, look at us! Look at us being all intelligent, Cran.
Except for Alvor.
Alivor, you're the only one that is affected by this, but you look around and you could swear, like, every so often, you want to call it an illusion, but the ground would crack open and what looks like souls of the dead, souls of dead animals, creatures, people, things kind of pop out and wander, each staring at you as if you are the reason, you are the problem.
guys, do you see this? Like, those people need elves. We have to, like, bring them back towards the light. They just come out of the ground. What is
Everybody watches as Alivor points out into the wasteland at absolutely nothing.
Oliver, I don't think you're feeling good. You should rest a little.
this? No, I'm
Yeah.
feeling good. They are not, and I'm getting ready
No.
to jump down the.
Alvar,
chariot.
Alvar, and Sapphire's just gonna slap you across the face. Hey, listen, hey, are you okay?
Ouch!
Roll me a
what-
slap. Roll me a slap. Let's see how effective the slap is. Just roll an attack.
A slap. Okay. It's just the dagger, but it's not without the dagger.
Okay, you feel a very weak slap. It does wake you up, but you just kind of feel like a, oh, As you
Why
kinda
did you
snap
slap
out of
me? Do I still see them?
nope, they're gone.
Why do you slap me? Like, don't you wait? What? Where are they? Did,
It's called an illusion. You'll get used to it. Come on, sit down. Don't jump out of a moving cart for that fact.
I'm just
Unless
gonna-
you want to feed the lion yourself.
Oh no, thank you, and oh, thank you.
Yeah. Well,
I wander over towards where Alavar is sitting, and just go ask him. So, what can you tell me of these illusions of what dead things? Something that you were seeing?
Well, there was like that huge crack, that huge ravine in the ground, and I think I saw like some people, some kind of ghost coming out of it, but it's it looks like they were staring at me like really from their bottom of their soul, like if they were trying to tell me something, but that's like pretty much all I could tell you about that.
Interesting. In all of my years of serving Charon, I have never heard of anything like this before.
Chara?
Did you say Chara?
Yeah,
Right.
Charon.
No, I asked Alavar if he said Chara.
Yeah, I said Chara.
Okay, so one of the two twins raises her head and goes, "What? What do you want from me, old man?"
Oh, and I look back toward Chelsea, and I'm like, you're like veneering a children?
The little girl with the wooden butcher knife kind of grumpily stabs you with it, just like poke, poke.
Oh, but I'm not sure what's going on. Can someone help me?
you pronounced the name wrong. I guess it is her name.
Oh, it's
You could apologize.
I'm sorry. My name is Alvar Helton, and I'm here to like if you want to like I can talk to you about the Lord of Light if you want, but like right now it's not really the time, little
Stab,
child.
stab, 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 stab.
He is being silly. Don't listen to the old man.
You watch as the other sister comes over, grabs the hand of the other one, and kind of pulls her away as she's constantly trying to stab you.
I'm just gonna try to defend myself a little bit with the shield, you know, putting it in the middle.
Defending yourself from a child.
I mean, I don't want to die. I mean, a child with a knife is still like,
It's
you know.
it's wooden. You're fine. It's not going to kill you. Let her have her
Oh
fun.
yeah, how do I know that's not another illusion?
Ah,
Maybe this is not even a child.
Kran is going to stand up and give Alavar a slap too because she saw that it was effective.
It's the slap Alivore hour. Who's next? Okay, go for it. Please roll me the slap, which will be any of your melee attacks.
Any of my melee attack? I have
Yeah,
a
just
staff.
roll it. It's just
There,
just roll
staff.
your staff. Just roll your staff, and we'll say it's a slap.
Yeah, I have a staff. A scimitar. Okay, well, scimitar is it. It is.
You go to slap, and you horribly miss. Like you're like, calm down, swish. Oh yeah, you're shorter than I.
But okay, what is going on? Am I not the only one here that see like that crazy stuff is happening? Like I'm getting poked to death by a child. There is like people coming out of the ground. There's like that big lion running after us.
you're right. Maybe everything's an illusion. We're illusion. The cart's an illusion.
Maybe I'm just sleeping.
Maybe you're sleeping right now.
But
That means all your gold is useless. Here, you can give it to me. She holds out her hand.
I'm gonna like, you know, get my hand in my pocket and I'm gonna fake it and slap Saflin in the face instead.
Roll to hit.
Fail yourself, slap.
With the flail. Hey, what's your AC, Saflin?
Oh, my AC? It should be marked, and it should be exactly that. So we're
Oh,
good.
yep. You slap Saflin.
Hey, so I can slap you. You can slap me. She can try to slap me. So this is definitely not a dream. But don't slap me again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Next time I'll let you jump off and feed the lion.
I was gonna. Help.
How about your imaginary friends?
I, I'm just gonna sit back down and like, not look to anybody else. I'm gonna look in front of my turn my shield towards me, and he's gonna start to glow in light, and I'm just gonna stare at it and start talking to it by talking to my shield. And I'm gonna say, Furlor, why do you send me here? Like, those people are weird. I mean, I understand you want me to like bring light in the hearts of people that needs it, but this is gonna be hard. I mean, I understand what you want from me, but
You hear one of the knights come back here and say, "Hey, we have to make a decision. It seems that unless we travel through the night, we'll have to take camp here in this wasteland."
Is there a problem with traveling in the night?
Yes, the road would be dangerous, as we won't be able to see where we're going most of the time. Not all of us have vision in the dark.
Huh.
Neither do the horses.
Well, we are traveling with somebody that say that he is creating a light in front of people, so maybe we could ask him. Right now,
Well, this is
he's
only a
talking-
guesstimate. We're not even sure that we'll be able to make it out if we travel all night. As he kind of points, as you look in the distance, like you see the mountains, but after traveling an hour through this wasteland, it doesn't seem like it's getting closer. Or if it does, it's very slight.
Well, I mean, what is the dangers of us stopping versus that?
All I've heard is ghost stories, rumors about this area. It's almost like a test for those trying to come in.
Oh, good, and the lion with a nice test as well. Well,
we
what do you all
should
feel
sleep
like?
here.
well, I'm getting up, and with the shield that's still lighting, I'm like using my energy to make it like a little bit, you know, bigger, so it makes a 20-foot light radius. And I asked the guard, would that be enough to keep us going if I get in front of the cart or something like that?
You want to stay awake all night? Didn't you just get like blown away by a lion?
Yeah, you don't really look too good, if I'm
I'm
being
not
honest
sure
with
when
you.
I stay here all night after what I saw. What if it was not really an illusion, but you guys just didn't saw it?
Illusion.
Yes,
Look,
he
I
saw
already
ghosts.
I already slapped my young knight who said that there was the deceased, his parents coming out of the ground near him.
I rest
Well-
my case.
I mean, you guys have already come here, right? So
No, this is the first time me and my the boy soldier here. This is our first time crossing it. The wagon guy is just a courier we hired.
okay, so have you heard any stories about the people that, already traveled this way before, or did they never
A
come
few
back
have
for
come
some
back.
reason?
No, few have come back, usually with dangling crystals around their neck.
Dangling crystal. Okay, and what did they say about this area? Can we rest here, or is it dangerous?
I know that we can rest here. It's just we're not sure what will happen. Rumors speak of ghosts and spirits. This is the place closest to the dead.
And what do you guys want to do?
I really don't want to think of you dying because we kept walking too long.
We should rest here.
My lights really can't do much. They kind of have like a 10-foot radius, and I'd have to stay up all night, which I would rather not do. So I vote for resting.
All right. All right, we're gonna rest here. Let's just try to find, I don't know, a secure area, or like, well, there's nothing around here, right? So
You literally see that only the path, the treaded path, is the only thing out here. The rest seems to be granules of reddish brown dirt and sand for as far as you can see.
and Quick question: the path that we're on right now is the same dirt as when we came in, or is it made from like the sand that you know?
Made from the sand that is in the wasteland.
Okay, I'm gonna stay on the wagon.
So, you wish to take a break? This will be a long rest as you guys kind of like huddle up in the wagon, or I do want to know watches, but please figure that out. There's going to be 3 watches. Let me know which watch you're a part of, whether it be the first, the second, or the third. And while you're doing that, I'm going to use the bathroom.
So who's good at watching?
We just
Well,
need
we need to
eyes.
rotate it between
Choice.
all of us, I imagine, since there's 4 of us.
So who's not good at watching? I mean, I'm the only one that settles goals, so I guess I should be on one of the watch.
Good, you can take the second watch.
I would prefer not. Waking me up is really hard.
It's such a shame. You should have called it, but we've already called first and the third, so you can take the second watch.
If you wake
Unless you want to convince your friend next to you.
me, I can take the second watch, but don't slap me to wake me up.
No promises.
Okay, so you're gonna take the second watch?
Yeah, but you can take it with me.
Actually, I am not the best fighter on my own, so I feel like I should take the first watch with somebody who can stab things where I can't.
Very well. Then you'll be awake with me.
Oh, we could have talked so long about the Lord of Light if you would have taken it with me.
And I could sell you on the good greatness that is Charon all night too, but I don't feel like
Yeah,
we want to do that.
We could exchange on that. Who's Charon?
I'm so
Do not
glad you
worry.
asked. You'll have to listen to my story. So, I have drawn a lovely little box for you. The people that will be in the first watch, please move your tokens to the little box, so I know who is there. So it's just Deltzy for the first watch?
Nope.
Oh,
There you go.
there we go. So, for this watch, this is what you guys are going to do. You each are going to roll me a d20. Then, you're going to pick between the two of you which number to take.
Just a d20, not the
Just a
perception.
d20.
Good.
Would you like the 13 or the 6?
Uh, 13 is a very lucky number. Let's take it.
Yeah, 13's lucky. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
good. All right.
Your watch is mostly undisturbed. But after a while, you do hear some noise from the wagon as a pair of kids hop off the wagon, come over to you. One of them looking very grumpy with her wooden knife, the other with a small stuffed animal in her arms. The first one, eyes of blue, the second one, eyes of red. Walk over to you. One with the eyes of blue comes over to you, and says, she kind of bows. She says, "Thank you for protecting us from the lion."
Oh, you're welcome. Nothing we wouldn't have done anyways to protect ourselves as well.
You are
If I'm
most
honest.
welcome. I don't want to be eaten as much as you do.
But you guys were able to fight it off, and we were able to get away. Thank you. You hear the other one kind of speak up a little more arrogantly, going, "Well, they didn't kill it, just ran." She kind of swings her little wooden butcher knife in the air.
Would you rather us kill everything that scares you?
At least then it wouldn't scare me anymore.
I
What
mean,
if
that
you
is a
scare
great way to
someone
handle
else?
any threat. Just kill it, and then it's no longer a threat to you.
But yes, what if you scare someone else? Should they kill you?
No, that was an animal. It was mean. It ripped people to shreds.
Very true.
You're not gonna tell me you guys are animals too.
Now, that is very rude of you to say of my friend.
In fact, you
He's
hear
mostly-
the other ones speak up too. Say, Chara, don't be rude to them. They helped save us. Shut it. They just got lucky.
I mean, in the broad sense, we are technically all animals.
I had a feeling someone would say that. Look, are you all having issues sleeping, or are you just bored and curious?
We just wanted to thank you, as we need to get off to bed before Grandmama gets angry. You see her again pull her sister's hand and drag her away.
Good night. Oh. Those two are
Have
lovely.
safe dreams.
I see also we don't need to turn over right now. So the rest of your watch passes without issue. So now we move on to the second watch. Please rearrange yourself so that the person on the second watch is there. You can do multiple
Oh,
watches.
the watch.
By the way,
log.
while we're on the watch, can I maybe try and see if I can't commune with the god of Charn and figure out why this whole place is kind of eerily weird?
So are you trying to contact your patron?
Yes.
I would like you to give me a D100.
Okay.
You try to attune for the few hours of your watch to call out for your patron, but here you get no message, no hint.
Oh well.
Alivor, I believe it's your watch. Please roll me 2 d20s and pick the one you wish to choose. You want the 18 or the 13?
Let's take the 18.
The 18. Okay. For your watch, it is very quiet, and these wastelands seem to almost be calling to you. Every so often you hear whispers on the wind, or the wind itself, you're not sure. You kind of look around, and as you look into the darkness outside, the light from your campfire seems to be almost a barrier. Everything past it is just black, as if you can no longer see the mountains, the moon, the sun, the stars. Well, you can't see the sun, it's not day, but even the stars seem to be blanketed with darkness. This area just seems to be isolated, almost unnervingly.
I'm just gonna keep looking in the fire, and I'm just gonna say, Prodor, I'm sorry that I got a bit rude a bit earlier. I don't know what happened, but I know you're guiding me on the right path, and even if the light here doesn't seem to shine as much as on the other world, I'm gonna do as much as I can to make it bigger and better in everyone's hearts around here.
Fire dances in your eyes. Please give me a wisdom saving throw. And I think you're a paladin. Oh, nice. At first, the fire seems to almost take shape of like different kinds of specters and people, and then as you blink and shake it off, you realize it's just another one of those illusions, one of those feelings. However, you sense around here a very close connection with this feels like the underworld. This feels like a place too close to the material plane. You're just unsure, but your watch finishes up as it gets the third one. I believe Kran has the third watch.
Yep.
Please roll 2d20 and pick the one you want. Everybody got a 13 one. Wow.
I want the 4.
You want the 4?
Like I said, 13, very lucky number.
Yeah, I know. But 4 too. Usually, 4 is my lucky number. Don't make me think wrong again after that.
Well, unfortunately, that's what this list says. So, Cran, while on watch, this place is natureless. It feels very uncomfortable. It feels like no life can come of here, and feels that the death will not reincarnate, will not bring birth, anything else. As you go throughout your night, you feel yet again a whisper on the winds. I need a charisma saving throw now.
Can I use guidance on myself with that?
Nope, it's a save.
Oh.
Guidance
Oh,
is
okay.
guidance is for everything else with skills, just not
Oh,
saves and
okay.
attacks.
Did you ask charisma?
Yes, charisma
I-
saving. Ooh, good timing.
Yep.
You feel at first like what looks like spectral animals pop out of the ground. Not adorable, but rather vicious, almost like the eerily screams. And as you kind of focus on the fire and try to like remember that it's an illusion, they disappear.
She is also going to try to listen to any animal sound, like anything, any critter that could be potentially around.
Correct. And as you listen very carefully, you hear a as you kind of slowly turn around behind you, and a spectral form of the very white lion that you had fought yesterday appears. Its large self just looming over you. And you
It's
see
an illusion.
not
It's
just
an
one,
illusion.
but 2, then 3, then 4, and 10. As
It's
many of these
illusion.
large beasts,
Yes.
these illusions or specters, just start looking at you with
She's going
eyes
to
of
really-
hunger.
It's all illusion. The lion is in the forest. It's all illusion. Don't believe your eyes, believe what is really there.
Alright, Tic Tac, intelligence saving throw.
Crap!
You repeat the words to yourself, but the illusions, the specters, the spirits get closer and closer. You remember the very words it spoke back to you. The food talks. You hear that echo in your mind again and again as they get closer and closer, to even a point where you kind of get up, just back away a little bit. But as your foot steps on something, you feel it depress a little bit, snapping you out of whatever it was, as you seem to have stepped on something. You clear away a little bit of the dirt, the dust, whatever this sand or dirt is, and under it you find a bone, a massive bone.
She's going to try to figure out what type of bone it is.
Give me nature. Damn. Okay. You realize that you've seen lions before, normal ones. This looks like one of the bones of those lions. And you realize its size must mean it was once one of those giant white lions.
Oh great, so we are in a graveyard.
But with your
Could say-
discovery, the rest of the night passes very smoothly as the morning comes. At this point, you all have gotten a long rest if you wish to share what you have learned, then head out.
Well, people, potentially the reason we might have seen so much stuff happening is potentially because it's a lion place to die. Those big lions. I found bones.
She kind of drags over a bone too heavy to really lift by herself.
Oh, that explains why it stopped. Or at
It's,
least maybe a little bit?
it's probably a graveyard, so they don't step on it before they are ready to pass on.
Hmm. Yeah, I felt like this place is probably a traveling for traveling place for in between the dead and the living. This the barrier doesn't seem pretty big in between the two planes. I suggest that we keep going.
Well, that was the plan. Don't see why we shouldn't continue that.
After a long rest, maybe that's the point where I should ask for explanation. Do we recuperate the it dice that we lost last time?
A long rest means you're fully healed. You get your spells
Okay.
back, all the good stuff.
And you get
Yay.
half of your hit dice back, rounded down. So we'd be getting 1 back, 1 hit dice back.
Alright.
On a long rest? I thought you got all of them back.
You're right, hold on.
Long
I'll
rest,
double
you
check.
pretty much
Nope.
get everything back. No?
Because long rest is just a total reset. Right, cool, we're good.
Yeah, I thought like we get the HP back and everything back, right?
Nope. The character also regains spent hit dice up to a number of dice equal to half of the character's total number of them.
Yep. This is to prevent people from just long resting after spending a bunch of hit dice. Like, it requires them to get it back, but not all of it.
So maybe on
Kind of
a,
shows your
a very scary mission where you have to spend a lot of hit dice, you'll rest for a day or 2 instead of just 1.
The rest of the day, you travel throughout the wasteland. It's being spooky or not, you finally do approach. You can see closer as you pass through kind of like a small valley in between the mountains. These mountains rising up in the skies. As you start seeing more signs of life and things alive, as if, again, as you crossed out of this wasteland into these mountains, another clean and crisp line showing almost a divide between these two areas permeates. You travel for about the rest of the day, and about nightfall, you arrive at the front of Bailar. One moment, I gotta move. You get here a little bit in the evening as the wagon slows to a stop. You see out front many guards guarding the entrance to this city. This large piece of the walls go up probably a good 20-30 feet. And you see now there's like farmland to the left and right of you of different small villages and small houses. You get to this entrance and you see a strange sight. An elf and a dwarf, each wearing what looks to be a red bracelet. The elf has it on its right hand, its right arm. The dwarf has it on its left. On their chest is a symbol that says three letters. They say BRG on their chest, as they are covered in what looks like a black and reddish outfit, uniform almost. You see that these two new guards are the main ones that are going through, like they are kind of like the, what's it called? The border patrol. Immigration guys. They seem to be asking various questions to the people in front of you, and as the wagon unloads you, the courier will say, "Alright, now I gotta be heading back. Or at least to rest before I head back." And he kind of parks the wagon off somewhere nearby. But as you guys get queued into the line, each of the people that you traveled with will come up and thank you for your assistance, and they hope to meet you further in. You start in the line, and after about 50 minutes, you get to the front, and he motions for one of you to come forward.
Alivar's gonna step forward.
Alavar, you step forward, and the dwarf elf combo kind of looks at you, and the dwarf starts saying, You're new to this city. Do you have anything to proclaim to coming here?
No,
Then what is your name?
my name is Elevar Elton.
Well, Hesden, you see him write something on this slip of paper, and he says, Have you ever committed a crime?
No.
No. You watch him pull out another object, and it kind of glows a color. And now, out of character, has Elevar ever committed a crime?
Nope.
Nope. It turns white. And he continues to write it here and says, Just to let you understand, in these lands, we have a way of identifying both the citizens and the criminals. And you are expected to wear and show this object that will be created in a moment at all times. And you watch as he says a few words in a language you don't understand, and the slip of paper flutters into the air, burns as it turns to ash. The ash kind of reforms and makes what looks to be a small red gem. The dwarf picks it up and kind of loops it through like a little holder and hands it, saying, This is your identification. We're to keep it on you at all times.
Thank you, sir.
So please mark that you have an identification crystal. It's like a necklace for you.
Alright.
Who's next?
Krana is going to move up.
Alright. They ask the same thing. Name?
You can call me Kruntutum.
Do you have anything to proclaim before coming into this city?
That nature around here is maybe a little rough.
Indeed. And have you ever committed a crime?
No.
He holds up the orb again, and it shines, and has cramp and ever committed a crime that she acknowledges.
Nope.
It glows white. And he does the same thing. He performs a little thing and repeats the words the same as he did to Alivor and hands you a crystal necklace. Who's next?
I guess I'll go.
Okay, you can approach, I guess.
The dwarf again says, Name?
You can call me Sapphire.
Sapphire. Is that your real name?
What is the real name but the one you are called, yes?
Do you understand that I ask this simply because this will be your identification as you enter this and the further lands?
I guess that's what most people call me, but I am Saflin Snowfury.
Saflin Snowfury. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything to proclaim?
I would proclaim a huge mountain of gold. Does it happen if I proclaim it?
No, but you can proclaim it. And finally, have you ever committed a
Worth
crime?
shot. That doesn't count if you don't get caught, right?
He kind of grumbles and he says, A crime that you acknowledge.
Oh, I have done no crime that I'll ever acknowledge.
The orb glows white. He continues to do the same process, writing it out, turns to ash, turns into a crystal, and hands it to you. You each will also notice that when you look into the crystal, almost like a 3D image of your face spins inside of it. And you, last one, come here.
Okay.
Also out of character, what color is the crystal right now?
Red.
Oh, she's gonna, before you do this, she's gonna be like, can I get this one in blue?
No.
That's a shame. Doesn't match
What's
my
your name?
eyes.
Stop
party.
interrupting the process. Move along. Name?
Deltzy.
Let's see. Do you have anything to proclaim?
That you have a very morbid land.
Well, you are new visitors, and that is the boundary. It's been like that to keep us separated for almost a century.
Okay.
So, do you have any crimes that you're willing to? Well, have you ever committed any crimes
It depends on the
that you
culture, I guess.
acknowledge? He says.
No.
The orb glows white, and he does the procedure again and hands you the red necklace. He also leaves you with these words: Please be careful in the city. You are considered more tourists than guests here, and right now your status does not give you any protection from the law until you prove yourself otherwise.
Wait,
that,
so the...
I welcome
the-
you to Bylar. Now move
the
along.
law-
I got a whole long line of people.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You notice that they had very, very angry stances towards both Saflin and Alivor. More the elf that didn't even wish to speak up during the whole thing.
Well, the hospitality around here is a little left to desire. But, well, let's go on and we'll see what it's all about.
It does leave me wanting, I agree.
With that, welcome to the city of Bylar. As of this moment, you are kind of in free roam mode.
Is there a lot of tree around, or it's just
No, this is very urban.
there?
It looks like a green land, but it's more. There's very light amounts of grass and trees in this city, where it's more urbanized. I haven't drawn all the buildings, but you can imagine that there's an area there where all the buildings are really pushed together, like a slummy area. There seems to be a very large trade bazaar nearby, a very comfortable central park, a big coliseum, a castle in the very back, 2 large buildings out in the front. And other than that, there's just more and more houses around.
Kran is just going to looks like a little not shaky but unsure about everything around her. Cities are not the best place for me, but if we need to be around for a while, let's be around for a while.
The first thing to do when we get into a city and go and ask what the rules are in the city, you know?
It currently is late at night. Like, it's probably 8 o'clock at night. As that is when you have basically entered the city.
Well, you all want to pitch in to get rooms somewhere, hopefully cheap.
Yeah, why
Let's try
not?
to find that.
Oh, easily. Just
Let's
look where
hope
everyone's
there is a
getting drunk.
decent establishment nearby.
I said a cheap one, not a fancy one, please. I'm not made of gold, not yet.
Is that one of your goals, to be made of gold?
It's a figure of speech.
That's a
you
very
accept-
Chinese figure of speech.
So do remember, while I did say the freedom, you basically have the free mode here, do remember that you were explaining that until you have raised your status in some way, these identification crystals just let people know who you are, but do not really grant you many of the rights of the citizens. You are treated more as a tourist, a guest.
Well, hopefully they treat their guests well. So let us find the closest tavern.
Let's go!
You guys search for a little bit, but the roads here and the city is pretty advanced, as you're able to follow a few signs to a place called the Lazy Lamb Tavern. You approach inside, and as you come in, it doesn't look the most fancy, but it seemed very comfortable. Inside, you notice a few people are just drinking the night away, others enjoying a wonderful dinner, and in the back there seems to be two chefs arguing very loudly, and a bartender that just keeps cleaning the single glass over and over again. So I don't have pictures for this, but it will be very theater of the mind for you. The main things that attract your attention here are the 2 chefs in the back, a woman and a man, fighting very loudly. Well, maybe talking about different kinds of recipes or food you're not sure of. The bartender, the person that seems to own the establishment, just quietly cleaning a single glass. And every so often answering a nearby guest or serving him something to drink.
Well, Alavar's gonna walk towards the innkeeper or the tavern keeper, and is gonna ask for a round of beer for all the 4 beer.
4 beer, single gold piece is all that's required. He answers you without stopping cleaning the glass.
I'm gonna give him a gold piece.
Hey, are you sure that glass isn't already clean? You seem. She's just like staring at it.
This glass is pristine, and he seems to keep cleaning it as, with one hand, he puts it down for a moment, grabs 4 things of ale, and puts it on the counter for you guys. Then he goes back to cleaning it.
There you go, friend. Everyone grab a beer. Let's drink and talk about the adventure we just lived today. And yesterday, and the other day before.
Don't know if I really want to think about that, but, well, whatever.
The bartender speaks up then. Perhaps you would like some food, yes? And, like, as he says this, a man, very quickly, runs over, kind of pushes the bartender in the way and says, "Yes, you need food? I will definitely get you food. What do you want? I hear Boris declare that I give you the best food ever." And almost a moment after that, like you're about to answer him, you just see him just kind of get punched. The woman next to him punches him away. She says, "No. You don't want to listen to anything Boris has. They're always too ridiculous. You want something from me. I promise you that I, Mishka, the chef of the sweetest teeth, will give you the food that you desire." You also hear a small meow from a cat near her. As you turn to answer her yet again, you are stopped as you notice Boris is already back. He got punched like a few feet to the side, and he's already back with a bruise on his face saying, "No, Boris will get you the best food. Come on, try some of mine." So, of the two, which food will you be trying?
We could try both food, like 2 plates of each, and decide which one is the best after.
That's hogwash. My food is not mixed with hers. It would just ruin your tongue.
Sapphire
I
will kind
totally
of,
agree with Boris for once, even though I need to knock him into next Tuesday.
Sapphire will nudge Alavar and go, "They must be married."
Oh. So what do we do in that case?
Don't know, I don't want to ruin their very sacred bond.
Everybody give me a con save to determine your hunger.
Really
Say
hungry.
fail, pass. Everyone but Feltzy is incredibly hungry. You realize that you smell the food that's cooking in the back from them, and realize that you haven't had a hearty meal since you started traveling. It's always been rations. No one really went and got hunted for something, tried to get some more solid food. This is the first time you've had a good meal in a while.
Oh, how about this? 2 of our meals from one, 2 of meals from the other.
Oh, yeah, that's a wonderful idea. That's gonna make some sense from the bear that Kran gave us all the time.
Berries are good for your health.
And then you hear them almost at the same time say, "Then who shall cook for who?" They get like really intense for the moment.
Me and Chelsea will have the guy food, right? Guy have the guy food and
Boris.
yeah, guy have the
Boris and Mishka.
Yeah, me and Chelsea will have Boris food and Kran and Safin could try like Yeshka food. What do you think?
Excellent. I, Boris, will give you the best food in a moment. 1 moment. Zoom. And he just zips off really quickly to the kitchen. You swear the kitchen doors are swinging. Mishka kind of sighs. He's like, "Then I'm going to be cooking for you two then. I'll cook for the ladies."
And what is the name of the little kitten?
The kitten? Oh, this is Dana. It's not a kitten. This looks to be a Maine Coon.
Ooh.
It's big. It's a big cat. Kind of meows at you guys, looking at you very seriously, as Mishka pets it a little bit and says, "I'll be back with something for you two, darlings. 1 moment." And she kind of just calmly walks into the back. But you hear as she kind of pushes the doors open, you could swear the doors almost crack and creak from her blow. The bartender is still there, kind of readjusts himself, goes back to his position, keeps cleaning the glass.
Is there a table that we can go sit?
You're kind of at a
or-
bar. Imagine yourself at a bar where you're like sitting on stools right now.
Okay.
He will
Except-
mention that if you wish to sit at one of the tables, you may, but you can also have your food here.
Zephyr will lean in towards the bartender and be like, "They're married, aren't they, right?"
I don't honestly know. They just cook.
Oh, I thought you would know. Very well. I mean, tell me, they act like it, am I right?
He kind of just grins at you and keeps cleaning the glass.
But seriously, about that glass, do you really need... You're gonna, like, break it eventually.
And I'm done! As Boris comes zipping out of the kitchen, and in front of Alivor and Feltzy, in front of you looks to be a cut of steak, some vegetables, and a good side of like potatoes.
That sounds really
There,
good.
you must try. Boris will definitely guarantee that your tongue will feel the power of Boris after this.
I'm gonna taste it for sure, Boris, and I'm just like digging in straight in the steak.
All right, same for you, Feltzy.
Yes, I go straight for the steak as well.
Wonderful. Con saves. Feltzy, you are the only one that endures this, but as you both eat it, you realize this is the spiciest thing you've ever eaten. It's tasty, but it's spicy. Alivor, you swear you could breathe fire at the moment. You're like, so you wash it down with some ale. Feltzy is no better, as he's just kind of like, that's spicy. It's good. It's spicy. Like, you go and you try the potatoes, and they're spicy somehow. Then you go and try the vegetables, and they're spicy somehow.
It's okay. It's spicy. Spicy is good.
See, Boris is embodiment of spicy. He promised to give you the best spicy meal you ever wanted.
Sapphire, do you want to taste it?
I'm ready. As you hear Mishka open the door and come out with what looks to be a serving of flapjacks and what looks to be a small thing of ice cream.
Flapjack? What's that?
That is a pancake.
Oh, okay. Thank you. The French Canadian was asking.
But this still looks delicious. Would you like to taste it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Con saves.
Ah, shit.
So both of you fail. You taste this, and oh my god, it's sweet. Picture something that is super sweet. Now add more sugar. Now add more sweetness. Now add more. Oh my god, it's still super sweet. It's still good, but your tongue just feels very numb. Both of you guys, everybody's tongues feel very numb after eating this food. It is both powerful and like
Have either of you tried going a little gentler on the stuff?
No. If I made my stuff more gentler, it would look like Boris. That'd be terrible. It's just your stuff is not very good.
No, I
Like
really think
glares
that
at
you
him.
guys should team up to make a dish together.
I don't know if that's a good idea either. Ugh.
What does it taste?
Really sweet.
Maybe we can mix the potato with the sweet. I don't know.
I don't know if that'd be a good idea.
So tell us, whose is better? It's Boris, right? Boris is the best one. Misha's like kind of pushes him aside, like, no. It's my food is the best. They both
Well,
kind of
we've
lean on the bar,
both
looking at
only-
you guys.
Had one of yours, so we can't decide. I mean, obviously, because we haven't tasted the other ones, and you told us not to mix and match, so.
Huh, fine. Then we'll have to make another set. Boris zips off, like, I'm not letting you get one up on me, and she runs back into the kitchen as well. See the kitchen door's like.
Aha.
Safe for the moment, but what do we do for next?
Currently,
They will
you
be
all-
upset.
currently, each of you also have from this food 10 temporary hit points till the next day.
If we feed the second, we will have 20.
Temporary hit points don't stack.
I know. We can pretend. I can dream.
But do you finish off the meal? Yeah, you finish off the meal that you were given, and it is hearty. It is delicious. It may be a little too much on the spice or the sweet, But after a moment, Boris comes out first and hands to the two ladies a similar set that he handed to Alivor and Feltzy, and later Mishka comes out handing stuff to Alivor and Feltzy. And yet again, they look at you like, now tell us, whose is best? Indeed, tell us, come on. Even Dana wants to know.
I'm guessing eating it is going to give us another con save?
Damn right it is. Nope. Nope.
Okay, let's see.
Nope. And we missing. There we go. Nope. You all fail. Again, the food still tastes really good, but it's just really spicy, really sweet, and your tongue starts numbing. You realize too now that after combining the two, your tongue is now super numb. You're wondering why the tongue still works.
Is it normal that we are able to talk correctly?
So tell us, who is the winner? It's got to be Boris, right? No, it's got to be Mishka. It's got to be me.
So the winner is Chelsea told them.
See, I warned you not to mix these two. Yes, it's that evil woman's sugariness. It always ruins the spiciness of Boris. Oh, shut up. Bam! You just watch him get punched to the side.
No,
And then he's already back. He's already back. Like, he's gotten up and stood up, like, really quickly.
Look, I think a little too much.
A little too much. So, who's the winner? They say together.
The winner is the bartender who serves the best beer around.
They kind of stop for a moment. Look at the bartender. The bartender just kind of quickly shakes his head like, no. They look back and they go, he wasn't part of this contest.
Sapphire points at the cat.
Immediately you see Misha go, ha! They picked Dana, so I win. Or it's like, that's nonsense! They just pointed at the cat because it's adorable.
Hey, you both agree on something.
No, that cat is the villain, the evil one, the scratches. Have you seen this thing? It's deadly, it's dangerous.
Trent is going to try to attract the cats towards us.
You can't speak right now. Well, not very impressively. It kind of just waves its tail at you.
Sapphire is going to nudge Dulcie. You go ahead, tell him.
I just kind of give it that look of like, why me? I was trying to stay out of this. And then just go. Well, I mean, at least objectively for me, I'll take super sweet over super spicy. So I guess Boris loses?
Haha! See, Boris, you lose again! Ah, son of a god! Nobody understands the true spirit of spiciness, kind of groans and grumbles. See the bartender at this time kind of like grabs both their ears and after putting down the glass and they're like, ow, 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 ow. Get back to work, there's more customers. Kind of like shoves them off to the side.
I kind of like the spicy one a little bit.
At this point, your tongues are finally coming back just a little bit.
Yeah, I think the spicy one was less hard on the stomach, but more hard on the throat. I wonder what that's gonna be. What's it gonna look like when it's gonna come out the other end, you know?
Let's not talk about nature's call right now. We'll forget them till tomorrow.
I mean, both are not going to come out great. So it really doesn't matter.
The bartender will speak up and says, so are you just traveling through? Or are you going to be staying for a room?
We're gonna be staying, yeah, if you have place for us, we're gonna be staying in your fine establishment for tonight, sir.
Yeah.
Indeed. See, they're just four of you, right? No horses, wagons, or pets?
Nope.
Nothing.
Friend, do you have something that you hide?
Apart from my size, no.
Alright. Then for the evening, it will cost you 4 silver.
Saffron, do you have like what
You have
we
a
thought?
party loot.
Sorry, what?
You have a party loot. So
Yeah,
you do have
so-
some cash there.
Yeah, I'm asking if Saffron has the party loot. Who has it?
We have the thing on our roll 20.
Yes, I will go ahead and take that from the shared money. So that's what she'll do. She'll take 4 silver pieces from it, put it down on the barkeep.
And for the meal, even though they were a little eccentric, it still cost you about 2 gold. You had 8 meals.
Okay, 4 of them were not our choice. They
And 2 gold
you still
for a
ordered it.
meal? Really? The
Mm,
rooms
2
are
go-
4 silver.
That does not include the meal. Just
I
the room.
simply mentioned that we would not be able to unless they gave us 2 meals. I didn't order it.
Well, that is currently on your tab.
It's kind of glaring.
Kind of smiles again as he keeps cleaning that glass.
Look, I
I
will
think it's a trick they do
I will
with every
wipe-
new customer.
that smile off your face, and I will break that glass if you think you're going to charge me for 2 people going crazy just because they're in love with each other,
Sure.
making me eat way
Here,
too
he
much
puts the
food.
glass in front of you, sparkle clean. Go ahead. Try to break it. He smiles at you again, grinning.
Just glaring like there's obviously some trick. Does it look like any of the other glasses that are around, like the ones given us to our drink?
Oh, he's already picked up another one and is starting to clean it. There's a few of them.
What? What's your deal with this? There has to be some
You
trick.
said you would break the glass. I mean, you're free to try. Grins at you very, very creepily again.
She's just gonna grab it. What if I just take it and never give it back?
Then I'll still put it on your tab.
Ah.
You seem to misunderstand something. He goes over and kind of lightly grabs the red necklace. Here in this city, you don't have any protection yet. You are a tourist. He kind of lets go of the necklace. You need to remember that. This place does not support those who don't prove their worth.
How can we prove our word?
I recommend you either go to the Blackrock Guild. They handle all the security measures and different types of peacekeeping. Or you go to the Shining Prophets. They handle more of the business and market and trade in the city. Proving yourself to one or the other may allow you to have some increase in status. But know that as you are now, be careful who you get in trouble with. Be careful who you mess with.
Alright, so another quick question. Is there any kind of special rules around here that we like should know? Like breaking a glass is like an offense, potentially like, you know, leading to the executioner, the execution of the people that
Oh,
broke the glass,
please.
you know?
Breaking a single glass would not constitute an execution. But it would require a fine, and the guards would have to extract that fine from you somehow.
Wait,
Seeing as you're standing here, you notice too that he's actually an Asimir who's speaking. The Boris and Mishka were just humans. He looks at you and says, "You two will not be very appreciated here, for the racial stereotype in this area is a little different than what you Outlanders are like. You two seem to represent exactly what they hate, mixing of elf and human.
But we're the
Oh.
best of both.
I would agree with you normally, but in this land, the elves and dwarves have forged a very strong bond together, while the humans and orcs and half-orcs have done the same. But in this civil war that happened and lasted for almost a century, bitter ties and problems arose. Betrayals and problems. that now lead to everyday life problems. While most of the time you won't see it openly, the hatred still relies and resides inside these walls.
Well, they should watch their tongue around a noble then.
When you prove yourself a noble, he kind of taps the idea again, the little crystal again, says, then maybe I can listen.
Yes, I'll figure out what proof they need, and we'll be done with it.
This is true, but remember that only nobles of this land are cared for.
I'm sure they'll understand.
Okay, that works.
Now then,
So can we
are you going
circle
to
back to
keep
this
that
whole
glass
food thing?
or break it? Smiling at you again.
No, I have a feeling you were trying to prove a point with it. I'd rather not get fined, or not break it, whichever one is worse.
Then you are learning faster than most. Kind of takes it back, puts the other glass down, starts cleaning the one you had. And then after a moment, he just kind of sighs, reaches into a drawer, pulls out 4 keys, and hands them to you and says, "These are for your rooms, numbers indicated on the key. You'll find them on the 2nd floor." Oh, it's probably around somewhere like 10, 11 o'clock at night. It is late. Most of the crowd, except for the heavy drinkers, are still going. Everyone else is shuffling off to bed.
I think it might be time to head off to bed. And
At 25 silver a beer, I am very good. I'm fine with
Huh?
one.
It's not 25 silver a beer.
You
Okay.
charged him a gold for 4.
Okay, you gotta remember, in 5e, all differences of currency levels are by 10. 10
Oh, yeah,
silver
you're right.
is
My
1
math's
gold.
wrong. You're
Okay?
not wrong. That was my math
So,
bad.
it's not 25 or 50, it's 10. For 10 silver, you got 4 good ales. No, for a good ale. A cheap ale is somewhere in the coppers. But you just didn't specify. I think you just didn't specify like a cheap ale, so we gave you a good one.
I think you specify a good beer.
Oh, well then, however it turns out, you ordered that, and that was the price.
Yep.
I'm not too worried about drinks myself. If you want to buy one, though, I'll drink it freely.
I think that.
Sure, why not?
Alright, so if you guys wish to continue drinking, give me a con save to see how durable your stomach is.
Oh,
What, you think drinking was the easy? Nope. Let's see, you're awesome. Cran, you're okay. Sapphire, you're tipsy. And finally, Alivor, oh boy, you go down 2 levels. You are currently in drunk state.
that beer, that hell is pretty good, right? Ooh, it's-
Oliver, are you feeling alright?
I never felt that good, you know. We
So
just went.
those are the levels that I consider right now. He is currently in the drunk state. They're still hammered and wasted to go, but he's now party drunk at least.
It's crazy what we went through, right? I mean, the God of Light guided us through like the like that big lion thing with the goblins riding on top of him, and like the dead like stuff.
Kren is just going to look super confused and just thinking about that she didn't live the same story, and she's just really confused about the drunk state that Oliver is in.
I'm gonna poke Savin and say, right, it was a hell of a journey.
I really don't. I really don't want to go through it again, though. What was that big lion thing and the teeth?
Oh, come on, I saw you, like, throwing, like, shooting arrow at it, like, straight in his eye. You were amazing.
And before that, there was a sword in my back. To which I remind you, you barely healed me and preferred to heal yourself. What kind of
What?
paladin are you?
I healed you first, remember?
Uh-huh. I saw how much effort you put into it compared to healing yourself.
Oh, are you urging now? Because I can try it again.
If you keep drinking, please roll me con saves.
Karn is just going to refuse drinking anything more because it's making them feel strange.
Alright. Alvor, you're now hammered. Kran, you stopped drinking, so you're only at the tipsy state. Sapphire, you get bumped to hammered.
I'm not drinking anymore.
Alright. Feltzy, you're not even tipsy, as you've found ways to kind of sip, and I will tell you that alcohol does not mean you're immune to it, because you're a Yuan-Ti. You will still get drunk.
Okay, fine.
So, both Alavar and Sapphire are now hammered. You are 2 steps away from just picking out.
I think it's time for you guys to go to bed because I think you're going to start doing still stuff at this point.
What? I don't think I'll do anything bad.
I mean, look at us, our tries.
I have something to make you both do. And Kran is going to stand up and touch her nose on one side, extend the other end on the other side, and do the contrary. So touch her nose with the other end, and basically just see if they are able to have coordination still.
Sapphire just immediately kind of leans up a little bit and then pokes you with one finger and then pokes
Alright,
your nose with the other finger.
I need acrobatics with disadvantage.
I don't care. Yeah!
She perfectly gets your nose, and one more to get your own. Alivor finds the floor. Saflin misses her own nose, just barely.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
Alivor says from the floor.
That's why I never wear heavy armor. You just fall down.
Hey, can someone help me get up? Oh, never mind. Just sleep here.
Con
No,
save
no,
from
no, no, no.
Alivor for the spins. You kind of start going. You kind of barf a little bit.
I'm okay.
Cran, maybe he should go to bed.
I'll bring him upstairs.
You know what they say? Gods can't handle their booze.
So Kran is going to try to make Oliver stand up and bring him to the room.
Yep,
Bring
you're
him
able.
to-
You're able to bring him to his room and like huck him into his bed. What does Feltzy and Sapphire do? Sapphire, you were still hammered.
Oh, I mean, Tara's just relaxing and kind of having her own fun and drinking as she was, but
I'm just like people watching, nursing whatever is left of my current ale.
hey,
If you nurse any part of your ale, give me that con save.
Okay. There it is.
Nope. You are on point and on par right now. You're like, no problem.
hey, let's see, what is up with you? The whole thing.
Well, while I may look like a human, I am a Yuan-Ti. I am a what you would call snake person, I guess. So
I get that, but with you were darkness and you were running away, you were barely helping.
what?
Alright,
I happen to
where's
value
he?
my own life above, other people's. Is that a problem?
I can't argue too much with that, but you watch someone else's back, someone else watches your back, something about scratching, I don't remember.
I almost almost helped you with the darkness, but I forgot you humans don't have the ability to see in the dark.
I'm not a human. I'm a half elf, and I can see in the dark just fine.
Kren is going to come back down after putting Oliver in bed. And okay, now he's in bed. He should make any he should not make any problem. I've locked the door.
You locked the door. Wait, you locked him in his room?
Of course.
Oh, I need to go to bed soon so I can wake up early enough to see that. Hopefully he can't open it from the inside.
Oh, he will be. It's just going to be more of a struggle. He's not just able to open it easily. So if he's not undrunk enough, he will not be able to open the door.
You
Put an anti-drug
underestimate.
lock on him.
Yeah, you underestimate the power of the will of one who is drunk enough.
After falling on the floor after trying to touch his nose, I think he's drunk enough to not be able to open the door.
A little bit more drink would have fixed that. Alright, time for my sleep. I don't know how we're gonna handle tomorrow. Woo.
Well, this is where we're also going to have to end the session. Because I'm out of time, and I would like to get some feedback from you guys.
So I
Alright,
think
well-
we're closing the stream.
Yeah.
Good night,
Stream.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody. That was a really cool session. Thank you, Richard. You can find all those good people like Richard and Wolfie down in the RP division, and well, me and Tic Tac were like up in.
And Magnus?
Me, Tic
Yeah, I'm here
Magnus like has not spoken enough tonight. It's like he's not
Are you
there.
still drunk?
Yes, definitely.
Alright, me, Tic Tac, and Magnus are from the TSO division, so like, if you want to stream, you want to learn more about streaming, come and, say hi. We're friendly, I think, sometimes. Alright, bye!
So you actually